Hey garden friends, AJ's Green Thumb here. So we're about to go ahead and do a quick cleanup of a few of these raised veggie beds. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and plant up some of my starts. Now, with this season, I'm going to do more starts. I've already did my first round of dropping seeds several weeks ago, but I have a lot of other projects which are more time consuming that I plan to just go ahead and use starts for this fall season. All right, guys, so check out the video.
It was just a misunderstanding. You waited in the rain for hours, and I couldn't say the right things.
All right, guys, so here are some of the starts that I plan on putting into these veggie beds behind me. I have about 4 or 5 starts of broccoli lieutenant. These are pretty good. I experimented with this in the spring of this season, and it did really well. Actually, let me show you guys real quick. I have a bed. Now here's a bed you guys are mostly familiar with. It looks a shambles. It is a total shambles. I've got a collard right here that survived. Got another collard right here. This one here got eaten to smithereens. Here's a kohlrabi. All right, so as you can tell, it looks like mess. Now I've got a row of broccoli right here. What I plan on doing is dispersing that evenly through this rest of this bed and planting up some more collards. Now over there, I cleared out this past week whenever I had time. I'm gonna go ahead and put some cabbage in here. See, got some red cabbage. It's called Ruby Perfection. Got 3 of those. They need about 1 foot to 1.5 foot of space, so this bed is gonna fill up pretty quickly. And let's see, just to snack on, I've got some red lettuce, which is always good. Over here, about to clear this whole bed out. I had the 2 big tomato plants right here at the end. All those pepper plants over there, I'm gonna yank out shortly. But first, I'm gonna go ahead and water these. I like to water starts prior to planting them. Kind of gets them off to a head start, a good start. So thoroughly drench them, thoroughly saturate them. Now over here, I got some ground cover plants. I got some blue moon sedum and some lemon thyme called Silver Queen. So what I plan on doing with these, of course the thyme, I will eat them, but I also plan on putting them in between some cracks, some cracks in the walkway and stuff like that. There's a very pretty ground cover, and I know it blooms in the spring, so that'll be a nice look. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on getting this bed together. All right, so these are the soil ingredients of choice. Some black cow manure, 555. And some raised bed mix by Harvest Organics. A company called centralsod.com. There's the number right here. That's a 7, that's the last number. They deliver, I think, anywhere on the eastern seaboard. Now, the reason I fill my beds to the top is because I know after several weeks of rainfall, watering, just simple compaction and settling, that keeps the crown of the plant just slightly above the soil line, so that there is no drowning of the crown of the plant, which can stunt the growth of your plants, and it makes it a less productive plant. Now, besides my Biotone starter fertilizer, the only other amendment I'll use is this Vermis Terra. It's basically earthworm castings. And I'm pretty generous with it. All right, some quick specs on the red cabbage. Plant 2 feet apart. Needs 6 hours plus of sunlight per day. And you get a solid head of cabbage in 75 days. So we'll put them right here. One right here. One right here. They do take up a lot of real estate, which is why I only got 3. And I could always squeeze something else in the corner up there. Go ahead and water these bad boys in. So one thing about brassicas is you got to water the heck out of them. Water them deeply when you first plant them, so that you can get that full contact of the root zone and the surrounding soil. All right, so we're gonna round out planting the rest of the brassicas. We're gonna go ahead and drop these Lieutenant broccoli. They also need about 1.5 to 2 feet of growing space, but space is premium, so I'll go with about 1 foot. We're gonna stick about 2 collards right here. This one here is leaning over a little bit, but you give it a week of consistent watering and decent sunlight, they'll stand back up straight. Now over to this interesting bed over here. I clearly haven't been doing my homework. Now, it appears that I also have, I don't know if there's squirrels or something's coming over here and digging holes. But it's all good. I'm gonna be on top of this bed. It's getting kind of dark. So these two collards are gonna stay where they are. They're spaced just right. I'm going to put some more compost in here and get rid of this collard and stick in a few of these sets. This plant's a little biotone. I'll probably fertilize them 2 or 3 times. That's a shame. So we got a total of, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 collards. That's pretty tight, but we'll see how it goes. And like I said, this is the kohlrabi over here, purple kohlrabi. Put a sign right here. I mean, I already know what it is, but hey, helps to be sure, right? All right, guys, I'm not sure if you can see this right here in between these two twines. It's all broccoli. I think it's Lieutenant broccoli that I seeded over the summer. I'm gonna go ahead and lift them up, salvage the good ones, and just lay some fresh compost on here and then replant them. Simple as that.
Conversation flows, a couple of hours, see how it goes. I really trust my senses, catch me if I fall. So done with second guessing, you seem to have it all. In loving not for anything emotional too soon. You got my invitation, now the rest is up to you. Kick it, rendezvous, make some time for me and you. Get you over, treat you right. We vibing like Kick it, rendezvous, make some time for me and you. Get together, you and I. We vibing like
All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up. I'm gonna just go ahead and water everything in that I just planted. And I appreciate you guys hanging with me on this episode of AJ's Green Thumb. Just throwing in some brassicas, you know, it's that time of the year. See you in the next episode.
Out, putting my heart up on the table. I really trust my senses, catch me if I fall. So done with second guessing, you seem to have it all. In loving not for anything emotional too soon. You got my invitation, now the rest is up to you. Kick it, rendezvous, make some time for me and you. Get you over, treat you right. We vibing like Kick it, rendezvous, make some time for me